What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Network Chuck. Controversial topic tonight. I did some polls throughout the week asking you what you thought about college or university. Do you need the degree or nah? I mean, do you not need it? And I have a strong opinion on that. I think you do not need college. You don't need a degree. I'm focusing on that word need because I'm by no means saying that college is bad or that it wouldn't benefit you to go to college. Now, hold on, I need some coffee. I realize I normally start this and pour coffee, but I need to go ahead and do this now. How you guys doing tonight? Anyways, so I know many of you, and what's crazy is the polls I ran, they were pretty deadlocked, and I'll show you the results here in a bit. You've probably seen it already, but I do want to focus on need. I totally believe that college is an asset to you. So if you're going to college or you've already completed a degree, you probably already realize that it is good because it's opened doors for you. If you're still going to college and you're going through your degree and you think you need it, go for it. I mean, it's going to benefit you. Like in reality, if it's between applying for a job, if it's between Joe CCNA and Joe CCNA with a degree, Joe CCNA with a degree will probably end up winning. So it's just an asset. But that's not what I'm talking about tonight. I want to talk about, do you need a degree? And the reason I say that is because yours truly does not have a degree. Now, I know I can't say what's true for me is true for everybody. I know that. That's why I ran that poll. That's why I wanted to find out. I almost spilled my coffee. I never spilled my coffee, and No, I didn't. Someone yelled at me for slurping. I'm trying not to slurp. No, I don't have a degree. My brother doesn't have a degree. My dad doesn't have a degree. We're all in IT, and we're all pretty successful. Many of you do not have degrees. Some of you don't even have high school educations, and you're crazy, extremely successful. Now, it's not because, you may be extremely smart, and that usually goes to the territory of us being in IT. Most of you are smart, you just don't realize it. But that's not always the case. So I want to touch on some things of why I think you don't really need a degree, why you don't need college, why you don't need to go through that process. And I will touch on even those cool degrees like WGU. You might have already seen the description, what I've put there. I went to WGU. Many of you may not know that. I attended WGU for a little bit, and then I stopped. And I'll tell you why here in a moment. So, that was number one. I already said number two. Now, I'm going to say this. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Mr. Michael Ackley. His buddy who works in Rocky has a degree in art. That'll help you out a lot. But what's funny is most HR departments don't care what the degree's in as long as you have that checkbox. And I want to touch on that too. The biggest thing with considering a college degree is what doors will it open? That's huge, right? And yeah, there are some jobs that are looking for that checkbox, that degree check mark. You want to get your foot in the door, you need it. But that's changing. And it's changing rapidly, I think. My mic flipped out. Yes, there are always going to be jobs for the time being that say, well, you can't start here unless you have a 4-year degree. You can't move up into management unless you have a 4-year degree. We'll touch on that here in a bit. But more and more jobs are saying 4-year degree or a couple of years experience. Degree or certifications. Some jobs don't even care about a degree. And I'm not talking about mom and pop shops who have a hard time finding people. I'm talking about top tier companies, Fortune 500, Facebook, Google, Netflix. They're realizing that the most talented people out there are people who maybe just didn't need college. They didn't need that degree. They went forward and figured something else out. And that in itself is almost like a skill that should be sought after. Mr. William Murray, always good to see you, sir. He just started a new job, network engineer role for Navy contractor. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Completely Juniper shop. But it's in San Diego, and I love San Diego. No degree, and he's making a great living. Hey, living proof right there. Many of you, I know, don't have your degree, and you're doing fantastic. But my goal with this live stream is not to discourage people who are going for their degree. Not my goal at all. My goal is also not to make you feel bad for your degree, and my goal is also not to discourage anyone from getting a degree if you think it'll help you. What I want to show you is that you don't have to go that way, especially if you might feel like it's a shackle on your life, a chain on your life, a huge weight. Because how many people are still carrying around college debt? I'm still paying off college loans, and I didn't go that long. It's so stupid. So yeah, as far as the job outlook, there will always be jobs that still look for that check mark. I think it's going to go away. Honestly, I do. I think what jobs are looking for now are experience first. Experience is always king. Experience will be the number one thing they want you to have. Number two, I think it'll be certifications. And then actually number 2 and 3 are kind of teetering. I talked about this in my members only live stream. But I mentioned that I think more and more proof of your work, projects, kind of like what typical coders are doing now, and software developers have been doing for a very long time, right, is having a GitHub. And they have all their projects and examples of what code they can do. Network engineering is moving that way. People want to see what you can do, not what you know. And I'm sorry to say, like, yeah, certification definitely tells people you know something if you didn't brain dump it. Don't brain dump. What are you thinking? But having a GitHub and projects listed and things you've done really helps. I was talking with somebody at Cumulus, going to that in a second. Saliha, that's too much. Thank you so much. She says there's no degree and on top of no experience, then what should we do? How do you differentiate yourself from other applicants? You almost read my mind. Thank you so much for leading me to that. And my daughter's amazing. I was just holding her. She's too cute for words. I can't even, she's distracting. It's hurting my work and my productivity because I'm always holding her. So I was talking with a guy from Cumulus Networks, which is all open source networking. More on that coming soon. And he's the director of global something, super important, right? And I was asking him, okay, what are you hiring for? When you look for someone, what are you looking for? He mentioned that GitHub is his highest priority. If you don't have a GitHub, you're out. I'm sorry, that's how it is. And then I asked, and this is what I told you guys to do. I said, well, what if they had a YouTube channel, and they were creating content showing what they were learning, demonstrating what they can do? And he was like, that's next level. That's like one step up, top of the resume pile, just like that. By the way, you like my shirt? In case you can't tell, it's a little crazy. Sean Powers would be proud. It's Ron Swanson. Anyways, Jermaine, dude, thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat. College degree plus veteran status got him a job supporting C-suite. Executives at Charter Communications with no IT background. Degrees you don't need, but they say something about you as a person. I will give you that too. That is one thing that a degree is really helpful for, because it shows you can persevere through a pretty hard thing. I mean, getting a degree is not easy. If you have one, you know. I've tried to get one, and I'm like, the reason I didn't do it is because it was going to be a long process. It's a long process to get a degree. It shows you can work hard, but is that hard work worth it? So to answer your question real quick, Saliha, I didn't mean to brush over that. YouTube, create a YouTube channel, create a blog. I understand for some of you it might be uncomfortable to put yourself out there because it's hard, but trust me, you get used to it. I was a complete dork and nerd, couldn't get in front of the camera, and now I'm wearing this crazy shirt talking to you guys. And by the way, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Seriously, so cool to have you guys. Hope you have your coffee, beer, wine, whatever you're drinking. And I love talking about excelling in your career. It's my favorite topic. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because I just hit a button to make that come up. And if you want to help this channel in any way, I've got links below for some network engineer tools. I think I'll add them later if I don't have them there. And it really helps the channel out. Just to download like Solar Putty or things like that in my links helps me out a lot. Coffee break. Sorry if I slurped. And I'll look at I didn't even see the super chat. Mr. B-Boy Blaze. Thank you so much. He says, currently in process for the NSA. Passed technical exam, and dang, that's legit, man. Watch out, Edward Snowden. He has an MS in cybersecurity. Minimal qualification is a degree. It all comes down to what you want to do. Yeah, for those types of jobs, I call those old world jobs, because the government's a slow moving machine, right? All the tech companies, like the tech companies have to change and adapt to all these things in the market. They don't require degrees anymore. But yeah, the government, if you want a cool government job, which they are cool, don't get me wrong at all. In fact, let me tell you this. When you start WGU, Western Governors University, if you don't know about them, if you go for any degree right now, I would consider them, because they are certification based And like most of your final exams will be a certification, which I think is killer. But I'll touch on that in a minute. But the reason, but they ask you, hey, why are you getting your degree? And at the time, I was already a network engineer. I was already where I wanted to be. But they, someone just texted me, that's sure. I think it was Sean. Sorry, that was just totally threw me off. And they asked me, why do you want to get a degree? And my answer was, I want to one day work in the government. I want to get a really great government job. That was my answer. That's what I wanted to do. So that would be one big reason for the time being to get a degree, to get past those stupid HR barriers. It could be a degree in ballet dancing. They just want you to have it. I'm not kidding. I mean, they might want something more technical, but seriously, if you have certifications and you're a ballet dancer, a good degree, you'll be fine, I think. Anyways. Oh yeah, Brandon Fisher, WGU student. Yeah, WGU, if you go for anything, like that's a solid program. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I don't make any money from them. They are a solid program. Like I went through it a little bit, and it's self-paced. That's what's cool about it. But I have an option for you here in a bit. Actually, that's what I was gonna get to right now. So and this happened like maybe 30 minutes before this live stream where I had this idea. I'm like, I could probably go through WGU's program and see what other options there are. And I wanted to tackle this idea. I was looking through all the polls. Let me show you the polls first. I'm getting all over the place. I'll look at my screen. You looking at my screen? Let's see here. First, the polls. On Twitter, I had about 1,000 of you respond. And a lot of you said, get that degree. Like 51% is get that degree. But we were close. We were close. Looking at YouTube, had about 2.8 thousand people respond, and the degree won there too. I was surprised by that. So a lot of you say degree, and there are a ton of comments, and basically the summation of the comments were, you don't need a degree, you're right, Chuck, don't get a degree. And a lot of you were like, no, degrees are awesome. And one of the main things is that they help you get a management job. Oh, Zachary Sales, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I have a 6-figure job as a network engineer without a degree. So did I. Awesome, dude. Still getting it in case I want to move into a management. Yeah, I feel like you guys are reading my minds with your comments. All right, is there some kind of connection we have here? I work in a government job. A security clearance goes quite a ways. Man, security clearance. If I could get anything, if I could buy a security clearance, I would. But yeah. So management position. I want to say this, and actually that was my last point, but I guess I'll jump to it. A lot of people say, dude, get your degree because you can't move into like a management role, but they require a degree. But I want to say this, and this is after talking with my dad. My dad's a manager. He's director of infrastructure. He was a VMware guy. Well, he still is, but he was very technical for a while, and he had to move into a management role, and now he's managing people. And you know what he tells me? He misses doing the technical stuff. So my question for you is, do you really want to become a manager? Like, I know everyone's getting a degree for the just in case, but do you really want that? Because you're in IT because you like it. Do you one day want to sit around and manage people? I don't know about that. Kevin, dude, thanks so much for the super chat. Just passed ICND 2. Congrats. Amazing. CCNA, yes. By the way, CCNA was like the final exam on my WGU degree, and I already had that. That was for the bachelor's, so that's awesome. I want to get my CCNP in collab. Should I study the CCNA collab material to get myself into a position to study for NP? Yeah. Actually, that's what I would tell you. Exactly. CCNP collab, there will be a gap that will no longer be filled by any other program but CCNA collaboration, and it might be a little stale, but yeah, that will be the fill. I will be making those courses for CBT Nuggets, and I'll try my best to make sure I assume no knowledge. I'll try to bring you from NA to NP. HGXL, I'm assuming that's meant to be an acronym. Government job. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Government jobs are a fantastic, amazing way to get experience, and a lot of IT, an interesting technology, all of it's broken. That's funny. No, government's fun because it's pretty secure for your job, and you get to work on cool things. And gosh, that was the path I was going down. Legit. That's what I wanted to do until I found the light with CBT Nuggets. Hakeem, thanks for the super chat. What do you recommend for someone who's starting in IT? Well, look at my description, sir. I'm about to touch on that. Actually, I'll touch on it right now. Oh gosh, you guys are just killing me with the super chats. Thank you so much. Seriously though, you guys are amazing. I'll touch on that here in a bit, Hakeem. Don't worry, I'll get your question answered. Defense in Depth, thank you so much for the super chat. He literally left university, did his CCNA, then CCNP, and got on the door to one company. From there, I found a second company where the experience was a game changer. My manager literally said CCIE over degree. Yeah, CCIE degree. I mean, seriously. Oh man, dude, thank you so much. And that story, like, I've heard that story so many times over in the IT world. No joke. But let me show you guys something. So I went to WGU and I pulled up one of their degree programs. Now this is the big argument. Like, WGU is the place. Now I wanted to combat one thing. A lot of people say degrees are helpful. I've heard this argument a lot looking through the comments you guys mentioned. Let me actually start drawing on the screen. I'm gonna grab my pen. A lot of people were talking about general education, needing that. And I totally get that. Being well-rounded, having a well-rounded education, I read books all the time. Like, I'm right there with you. I love other stuff. So like business side of things, if you're gonna be learning like general education or even like just general science, that stuff is valuable. Life skills, like being able to communicate like that. Like, I think there's even where is it? Technical communication. Those things are important, right? Like, I would never undervalue those things. There are things I had to pick up on my own and figure out, and maybe I would have gotten that in college. I don't know. But let me show you something I did. And I told you, I did this like 30 minutes. I'm gonna move my microphone closer. It's like 30 minutes for the live stream. Let me turn this over. I'm not drinking my coffee fast enough though, even though it sounds like I'm running a million miles an hour. Let's see. Okay, so like I was saying, I looked at this degree program. I expanded every single little bullet point here, and yeah, it all looks good. A lot of these, like, let's see here. What's funny is like the first bullet point, and this is the degree program right here and I picked the Cloud and Systems Administrator. That's a cool degree program. Like, if you're gonna go for anything, get something like this. They're teaching you cutting edge stuff. But here we go. This whole IT fundamentals thing. The end exam, you probably can't see this, but the end exam is the CompTIA A+. That's the end exam. Now, going through all this, a lot of it is certification based, really. Like, the end result will be certification. Some of it is like general science content. Like, there's no certification end game. It's just going to be learning science. Same goes for like technical communication. Yeah, so just standard stuff like that. But in the description, let's go to my video. I'll go to Twitter so I can jump to the link real quick. Because I don't have the link for some reason. In my description of this video, this is what I did. I looked at every single requirement for that degree, and I found an equivalent course. Now here's what's cool. A lot of these courses are on Udemy, and you can buy them for $10. I'm talking like the first one, CompTIA A+, $10, full training from Mr. Mike Myers. Like, let's just go to it. From Mr. Mike Myers. I used him to get my A+, like, I don't know how long ago. Back when it was totally different. I'm old. That was 10 years ago. I did the 2009 A+. I just realized that I'm old. But yeah, this is like $12. That's like the first semester. And then the rest of it is what's killer. The rest of it I found on, I'll just show you, like Humanities. I put Harvard next to this because it's a massively available online course. It's called a MOOC. Where'd it go? Oh, why did I put Harvard next to one? That was not the one I wanted to click on. It was like this Constitution one. This one's Harvard. These are college courses that are free. They're free. And a lot of people argue that you should get a degree because you'll be well-rounded, overall educated. And I agree with you. Like, that's important. You can do that online. Times have changed. That's my biggest argument for not getting a degree. Times have changed. The availability of information has changed. Information is now freely available on the internet. People like Harvard University are offering courses online for free. And you don't have to go anywhere. and you just learn it. So I curated this entire Where'd it go? So I pretty much curated with links to the entire WGU degree, filled with Udemy and free courses. Now, I didn't do the math yet. Now, what was cool at that degree program, like if you look here, the AZ900, AZ103, I think that was in it. They had some Python stuff, but you can learn all that in Codecademy. WGU is about, I think it's around $3,200 a semester, they call it, but I think a semester is like 6 months. So you're looking at about $6,400 a year. Udemy courses, $10, and then free courses. You can put together your own free degree, basically, maybe like, $300 odd on starting for everything else. You don't have to worry about putting yourself into student debt. You don't have to worry about any of those barriers. Now, I get it. Some people need classrooms. That's fine. Some people like the idea of getting a degree. I get that. And yeah, with my free little program here, you won't get a paper to put on your wall. You can't check that box on your HR, pass through. But if you want the education, there it is. And what I've been thinking about doing, and I'll probably do later, is I'll put together a start to IT. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put an IT network chuck degree program together, where the certifications I think that will make you a well-rounded IT person. And Hakeem, this is actually not bad. So like WGU, I love them. Like they do have a great degree program, but you can put together some stuff from Harvard, Stanford, Penn State, Udemy. It's one of the best teachers in the world, and do just stinking fine. Take a sip now. And yeah, I will say it again, and I keep harping on it, but I know degrees are valuable for a lot of situations. If you want to get into management, I just kind of touched on it. Do you really want to get to management? But yeah, one day, you may not want to keep having to learn the latest thing. You might get tired. I get that. Sometimes I wish for management jobs, and you want to get that degree. If anything, make somebody else pay for it. A lot of people recommended that don't get your degree until you jump into a job. And a lot of times, a job will pay for your degree. I think at the time, I could have gotten my WGU paid for. A lot of people do that. And if you can get someone else to pay for your degree, do it. But then time comes into it. And time is the most valuable commodity in the world. Time is the most valuable thing to you, even if you don't realize it yet. So going to college and getting that degree is great, and it might help you. But man, think about all the certifications you could get instead of studying biology. Like, if you love biology, go for it. Or maybe watch a few YouTube videos, maybe a few nature documentaries just to scratch that itch. But if you can get your certification and change your life, get that huge pay raise or learn a new technology, I think that's better. I think I had one final point. And if not, I'm just going to add it to it. And I'll look at some questions here in a bit. And if you're just tuning in, I just cover a lot of stuff, and you'll have to watch it after this is all done. What was I going to say? I totally forgot now. Something about college, right? I think college will be worth it for a lot of people. And I think it'll be good for you in the long run, but if you're in high school now and you're thinking about what the next step is, if you're trying to figure out what will help you, I think skipping it and just going straight for certifications is probably better in the long run. Honestly, I think it is. I had a point that was coming to mind and it disappeared when I drank that coffee. So I'll look at some questions now. Yeah, Jay says Coursera and edX offer great courses. Oh, we got a new member, in Miles. I thought you were already a member, in Miles. Maybe you upped your membership. John said he got his Pi 4. All right, Pi 4. Yeah, the other thing with that was my last point. I think college teaches you bad habits. Now, yeah, a lot of people learn to study in college, and that's fine. But I think being successful in IT largely is learning how to learn and learning how to self-study. And I harp on this all the time, but I always recommend if you go for any certification or try to learn anything, self-study. Because that is what IT is. If I could sum up IT to anybody, you're constantly learning the next thing. Because IT is changing so fast. I mean, I'm working in Microsoft Azure, and if you're working in cloud technology, you know, you'll be in it one day looking around, you log in the next day, there's brand new icons, there's like a new service. Like on Azure, there's this Bastion service I just saw today. Where did that come from? Super chat from Evan. Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. What are my opinions on system analyst positions? I mean, I guess my opinion would be great if you want to become a system, like, and that's kind of a generic term. Like a systems analyst could be someone who's analyzing Cisco systems, Microsoft systems. That's a generic job title, but they're cool. They're cool. That's all I would say. That's all I have an opinion on, I think. If you have like a more specific thing, like should you go for one or something, like yeah, if you should definitely go for it. Great question from Tristan. Is going for a master's in IT worth it? I think if you're going for that super high level C-suite position, it'll sweeten that pot and get you ready. Like if your goal is to be a CIO, if you want to be now, cautionary tale, seriously here, you'll get, be careful what you wish for, that's what it is, right? Getting to that level. See, I've never met a CIO who isn't like just super stressed out. Like, every one of them it's like becoming the president. Like you go gray and you age like 50 years in 5 years because it's a stressful job. Everyone comes to you. I would never wish the role of a CIO on anybody, but I think a master's would help to become a CIO. And if that's what you want to do, if that's the kind of job you would enjoy, being in charge of everything, that's probably the only situation I would recommend a master's. Super chat from Ryan. Thank you so much. Is WGU a legit option that employers respect? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they're totally accredited. And so if accreditation's in question, no, they're totally accredited. I believe it was started by a bunch of governors. That's why it's called Western Governors University. I can't speak to how, like, honestly, in the IT world, I think people, they either don't care about degrees or they really don't care where you got your degree from. Seriously, and I don't think that like, unless you're going for like Facebook top tier software developer and you're up against like 5,000 other applicants and you're like graduating top of your class Harvard or MIT, that probably comes into consideration. But I think WG will be fine. If you need that paper, it'll be fine. A-okay. And I think a lot of people can speak to that. I was going to say this. Dang it, I think I forgot again. Good thing I got a super chat. Thanks, David. He's doing A+ and CCNA at the same time. That's pretty crazy. But it's no different than taking a 12-credit college. What do you think? Yeah, that's funny. That's exactly what Cisco Panther, on the interview we did, exactly what he said. He studies like he's taking college classes like he did back in the day. Studying two things at once isn't unheard of. For the purpose of progress, it can be hard on you because getting the A+ really fast might be the difference between you not getting that next job, or getting the CCNA real fast might be that difference. So devoting all of your time to one thing will get you closer to your goal, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. All I know is I always try to focus on one certification at a time because I know getting that one cert will inch me forward. And then I can focus all my time on the next one, right? All right, let's see. Seth says, what's the best programming language to learn? Really, for any area in IT right now, it's going to be Python all the way, Python all day. And what's even cool is that within that WGU thing, they had a section for understanding data management. And I found a great course on Harvard for managing data with Python. And gosh, that sounds cool. I'll see about just taking it just because I'm interested. PowerShell, do PowerShell. PowerShell's awesome. Mark asking about the PowerShell. Danny says Network Plus versus new CCNA. CCNA is becoming more like the Network Plus, so I think that's a benefit. It's going to be more of a wide breadth of knowledge. It's covering a lot more, and CCNA just has bigger brand recognition and holds more weight. So CCNA all day over Network Plus all day. Sean just finished his CCNA and he passed. What should he do now? First and foremost, if you don't already have a job, that's what you should do. Full-time job searching right now. When you're not searching for a job, work on that next cert. It really depends on what you want to do. You may not even know, right? Like you may not know yet. Um, right now, as of like October, right, you don't have a lot of time to get into a CCNP track without them refreshing in February. So I would say if you just want to go through it for another cert, go to cloud, Azure, AWS, maybe Google Cloud. I wouldn't recommend Google Cloud right now. Just no one respects that cert quite enough yet. They will one day. I was actually playing in Google Cloud this past weekend. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I would say either AWS or Azure. That could be fun, like the AZ900 or the Azure or AWS Cloud Practitioner. Easy for me to say, practitioner. Those are fun ones. I did the AZ900 course on CBC Nuggets. Super fun. I created that one. What was I going to say about that? I think learning the cloud stuff is going to put your best foot forward right now. But yeah, get that job first, though. TechSmash is crying. Don't cry. Why are you crying? Frank keeps asking, what's the difference between Linux and DBA? So I assume you're asking like a Linux admin and then like a DBA, like a database administrator. Just a database administrator could be someone who manages a database that's Microsoft SQL, or they could manage MySQL, Linux. Like you're just a database guy. Whereas Linux, you could be a Linux system admin. You could be a Linux DBA. There's a difference, and it could also be the same. Seth says, what certifications do I recommend? That's what I was going to say. I am like having brain fog, and there's no fog in here today. I would recommend right now whatever is best in your situation. There is no exact answer. So here's my criteria. If you're currently working at a company in IT, maybe not even in IT, maybe you're like working in accounting and you want to get into IT, find out what that company values, what they have. If they're a Cisco shop, get your CCNA. If they are a Juniper shop, get your Juniper stuff. if they're moving all their stuff to the cloud and they're looking at Amazon Web Services, get an AWS cert. Whatever can get you into IT the fastest, because remember, experience is the gold standard in everything with IT jobs. Having just a little bit of experience in anything IT is better than any other cert. It just is. Unless you're like getting your CCIE, and having no experience with a CCIE is like weird. Cart before horse situation. So what I would do, my criteria, is I would, wherever you're looking for a job. So if you're looking for a job and you live in Dallas, get on LinkedIn, get on Indeed, get on Dice, get on all those sites, and search for like Azure. How many jobs come up for Azure? Look up AWS, look CCNA, look up Linux, look at the numbers. Whatever's higher, go for that. Just do the math. I was telling my sister the other day, we're talking about jobs, and I'm like, CCNA might be like the most sought after certification right now, but if you live in the middle of Kansas, where there's nothing but farms around you, CCNA ain't gonna do nothing for you. It's all about where you are. It's all about what's valued where you are. So micro, what company you're at. Macro, your city. What's the highest number of jobs available? Let's see. Jeff just got his first IT job on the service desk. Congrats, dude. That's such a fun path. Earned a CCNA recently. Working on that CCNA. Get that CCNA, man. Company paid for Pluralsight. Great training company. They are good. I mean, like, I've used Pluralsight, and I don't want to bash any other trainers, but I have my certain taste. I love Jeremy Char for CCNA. Awesome. And we're working on that together now. Me, Keith, and Jeremy are creating the new CCNA content, so I do have a bit of a bias. David Bomble's courses are also great, and you can get them pretty cheap. $10-12 depending on what time of year it is or what weekend it is with all the Udemy deals that are out there. All right, let's see. And I apologize if I skip over your comment. Like, a lot of stuff comes in and I just try to read them real quick. Python is everywhere. Yes, it is. Great question from just the name Z. He said, great channel. Do you think I should skip college and get CompTIA A+, Network+, Security+, Linux+, blah, 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 start straight out of high school? I'm going for cybersecurity. and hacking in general? I'm gonna say yeah. That's a great idea. I probably wouldn't get like all of those because all of those are pretty entry level. So like pick one maybe. Pick one. Like maybe get CCNA and or no get CompTIA A plus because you'll be well rounded there, knowing how to work on computers and stuff. And that'll help you get your first help desk job, your service desk job. Because man, I'm telling you, there's another reason I don't like college is it puts you in limbo for a bit, right? Like you can't really pursue that full-time job. When I should have been in college, I was working a full-time IT job, and I was getting way more education plus experience on that at the time. Like that's better, I think. Gaining experience. I'm telling you, man, if you can get 4 years of experience on the service desk versus a 4-year degree and whatever the junk you're gonna get, that's way more valuable. Way more valuable. So this is what I told my brother, and it really helped him. I mean, right now my brother is a network administrator. He's 20, about to be 22, and that's what I told him. He didn't go to when he went to high school. He didn't go to college. And I didn't help him get a job. That was all him. He was in the live stream last week. Go check that out. We talked about what he does now. He just got his AWS certification, and he's moving into the cloud. He's killing it. So proud of him. But what was the question again? Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the waste of time in college. That's the other thing is that college takes you out of commission sometimes from actually getting experience. So my advice for anyone, if you're in high school right now, oh boy, if you're still in the high school, like actually going to school, get your certifications instead of playing video games. Video games are fun. Play them as a reward for getting your studying done, but start on those certifications. If you have an ambitious bone in your body, go get an IT certification. I'm so jealous of you kids now. You whippersnappers, as David Bombal calls me. I'm not a whippersnapper anymore. I'm jealous because your high schools offer CompTIA A plus, Security plus, Network plus as part of the high school curriculum. You can get CCNA in high school at some places. That's dumb. And by dumb, I mean amazing. I'm so jealous of you. And if you're not taking advantage of that, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you hear about so many people who just this is my philosophy on life. I'm giving you the shortcut. Cheat life. Cheat the system. Always cheat the system. Whoa, super chat from CZK. Did I see that come through? Dude, thank you so much, Patrick. If you have a that was the metric. Patrick, if you have a question, let me know. See if I can find it. Yeah, if you have a question, let me know. Gosh, comments are rolling in. Apologize if I yeah, and Miles, he said high school offered 0 IT courses. Yeah, that was mine. Like I didn't even know what IT certifications were when I graduated high school. No idea. If I would have known about this, dude, oh my gosh, I would be so ahead of the game. Justin Haskin asks, when will we see the AZ 103 course? Stop hounding me, people. No. Someone at CBT was hounding me today. I'm working on it. It's almost done. It should be done. 15 days. 15 days, it'll be finished. I'm having a great time with it. I'm easing into it. I'm having a great time with it. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. He's a student at a trade school for computer network technology, still young at 17. Yeah, dude, I'm so jealous of you. Interested in security. Any ideas on where I can get one-on-one help? My best advice for you right now, seriously, is get involved in hacker communities. The IT community is amazing because there are so many people who want to help you. So what I would do right now, go on my Discord community, networkchuck.com/Discord. And I've got so many people in there who are wicked smart, way smarter than I am. They will help you. And then there's other Discord communities that are really, really hacker focused. Like you got to be careful. Like don't reveal any information about yourself because they will hack you type people. Talk with those people. They will help you. Like they're so willing to help. I'm about to get really into security, by the way, really into hacking if I have time. And yeah, dude, that's what I would do. If you want one-on-one, that's the path I would take. Kelvin, thank you so much for the super chat. 2 years of high school left. Man, you got a whole life ahead of you. Getting a CCNP routing and switching by January. I'm so jealous of you right now. You have so many people in the chat just so envious of where you're at right now. He says, how should I spend the next 2 years in terms of certs? Multi-tracks of CCNP? Question mark. Dude, I would honestly, this is what I would do. I would stop studying for certifications at that point. When you get your CCNP routing and switching, stop. Because if you get too many certs, you get too many initials on your name without experience, red flag goes up. It's weird. And I've been in this position where I've thought this, and employers are going to think that you just picked a certification online, found the brain dump, which are the answers to the questions, memorized them, and just started picking up certs, like trash on the highway, just doing it. And that's how it looks. So what I recommend for you, work on getting that job. You're 17. No, you said you had 2 years of high school left. What I would do is work on learning some coding. That's what I would do. I would work on trying to apply what you've learned in CCNP as much as you can. It's going to be difficult for you because you are in high school, but you could find internships somewhere. You could work at the high school or ask the IT department if you can help out. We're in a different world now where you can pretty much create your own path. You can hack the system. You can hack. That's what we do, right? Hack the system. You don't have to follow any rules. You don't have to wait till you're out of high school to get a really great job. Try to find a great job now. Mention to people. Reach out. Make contacts. I mean, look at Michael. I can never remember his name. Michael. You know who I'm talking about? The young guy who got a CCNP, working on a CCIE now, and he's sponsored by INE. He's mixing it up, doing some crazy things. Don't follow the rules. Don't do that. Like I'm telling my girls, my daughters, I have 4 of them now. I homeschool them because I don't believe in traditional education anymore. I'm gonna hack the system with them. They're gonna be just so ahead of the game. That's my goal for them. And I'm gonna try my best to get them away from college and just have them learn their own stuff. But yeah, Kelvin. Anyways, I know I was kind of going off on a tangent. Jeremy Chara and I have that in common. We talk about that all the time. And then we talk about something else because we get off topic. I would say try to get a job and apply your knowledge now. Don't get too far into the certification game to where you're just cert. Doesn't look good. That'd be my advice. All right. Another super chat. That's from Kelvin. Thanks, Kelvin. That's the consensus he's gotten. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. That's what I do. If you need any help finding a job, like seriously, just reach out on Discord. You can. People don't know this, but on Discord, if you go into my Discord, networkchuck.com/Discord, you can just tag me, and I get the alert, and I normally go in there and say something to you. So any specific question, any help with job searching, I'm good at it. I'm good at job searching. I love finding jobs. So I'll help you out. Homeschool here since 1987. Represent. I went to public school, and I didn't try that hard. I wish I would have been homeschooled because maybe I would have been more ambitious. Henry Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Cool to see so many ambitious young people. I agree. Like I think that's so cool. There's a lot of people, a lot of people, and a lot of kids out there, and I'm not gonna fault them for it. They're not worried about this right now. They are just chilling out, playing Minecraft or whatever the junkie kids are playing now. No, I was playing Minecraft with my daughter the other day. It was fun. Playing that Fortnite, Call of Duty, all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But man, if you can catch that ambitious bug early, you're gonna win so fast. You're gonna win. It's crazy. I know so many people who are so young making 6 figures because they cheated the system. They didn't go to college. They got certifications. So that really, let me tell you something. That's one of the large goals of my channel. I've talked about it before. If I can get you guys to skip traditional paths and hack the system and advance your career, that's all I want for you guys. Seriously, because I did that, and I almost couldn't believe it. Like I felt like I'm like I had crazy imposter syndrome because I'm like this is working. I'm actually doing this, and I wasn't sure how true it was. But then I hear a bunch of you are doing it, and you've done it. You're successful. I told my brother to do it, and I felt kind of bad because I'm like I really hope it works. Totally worked for him. He's killing it. It's so crazy. All right, scrolling. Patrick, thanks for the super chat, dude. Seriously. 30 years old, 30 plus. Yeah, I'm 30 plus now too. I'm working for more than 10 years in IT. I started as a developer for small companies. I don't know what your question is, but I'll try to answer it here in a bit. If you ask anything else, I'll look for your comment. Nathan, thanks for the super chat, dude. If you have a question, let me know. I'm trying to make sure I can not miss things. You guys keep chatting. I'm going to, actually, while I'm getting more coffee, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. Because you know you want to. And download those tools I have. Network Engineer tools. They help out the channel. There it is. But now I work as a DevOps SRE, contractor for a few big companies. Any college, university doesn't give you the most valuable experience than real work. Oh yeah, totally right. That's the other problem with colleges and universities. It's very hard to get that hands-on, self-learning amazingness. Having a job will always be better. Let me tell you something. I know a guy, Cody. His name is Cody. At a company, one of my first IT jobs where I first became a network engineer. Cody, I was so impressed by him. Actually, I was actually jealous of his skills because he could learn and pick up things so quickly. But let me tell you about Cody. He worked in accounting. He is an entry-level job, data processing kind of stuff, just basic stuff. He wasn't an accountant, didn't go to school, straight out of high school, basic entry-level accounting position. The dude was wicked smart with IT. So, his job was clicking a bunch of screens, click, 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 click. So he figured out a way to, do some macros, found a program that did macros, and he automated his job. So most of the time, you know what he was doing? He was sitting there watching videos, and his job was automated. I found out, actually, I would actively try to mess with him. Like, I'd uninstall things remotely with all our Microsoft admin stuff. So I screwed with him a little bit. But we ended up bringing him onto the help desk. That dude was such an asset because he would figure things out. He was such a tinkerer. He would do things in JavaScript and CSS, HTML. He would do stuff. He would learn so many things about the systems and how he ran things, and he would learn networking. Like, that's the value. That's what we're looking for now. Tinkerers, hobbyists. That was the other thing from the conversation I had with the guy from Cumulus. He wants people who tinker, who get this. He asked me, and if you guys are on the live stream with me on my members only, you know what I'm talking about. He asked me about, I asked him, what would you look for in hiring someone? He's like, and he mentioned this, and I'm like, I thought you watched my YouTube videos, and he hadn't, but he's like, I look for people who have a Raspberry Pi at their house and try to set it up on their home network and try to set up a web server and just putting that on their resume. He wants tinkerers. A lot of companies just want people who are passionate about the technology, who play with it at their house. Colleges, I feel like they just don't teach you that. Just by nature of being in high school and transferring to college, it's all the same kind of mentality. Just listen to your teacher, go home, do your homework. Some degree programs are not like that. I get that. Like, I was talking with somebody in my membership. He's doing some really cool stuff. Like, he's doing like his project in Azure doing DevOps. I think it's SuperTal. If you're here, say hey. Putting his website in containers. Like, that's so cool. Like that degree program is so cool. Anyways, I'm going off on so many tangents, but I hope you guys like that. Frizdas, thank you so much for the cool name and the super chat. How do I sell my position as an IT specialist when applying for other jobs? So this is where branding and marketing yourself comes into play, and I'm all about that. So what you do, I'm assuming what you're asking is that you're currently working at it as an IT specialist, and you're trying to figure out how to sell your current experience somewhere else for whatever job you want. First, figure out what type of job you want. So for example, when I was working, I had a very multifaceted job. I was a phone engineer. I was a network engineer. I was a systems admin. I was a jack of all trades. When I would apply for a certain job, I would have a different resume for the flavor of it. I would put on a different costume. If it was a network engineer job, I would go very light on the system admin stuff. I would put all my network engineer stuff at the top. I would highlight all the things I did. Same goes for a voice engineer job or a system admin job. I would change it to suit the situation. So I'm assuming that on an IT specialist position, maybe you touch switches every once in a while. Maybe you touch system Active Directory or things like that. Highlight those things. Maybe go a step further and say, I get to work with it at my job, and then at home, I deploy these massive environments in Microsoft Azure for free. And I have these labs. You want to see my ARM templates? I did these ARM templates. Check them out. I did this in AWS. Look at my CloudFormation templates. Like, we're in a day and age where you can pretty easily prove your work just by like, dude, man, I'm so excited. If I could go into an interview right now for like an AWS job, there's no way I would go into the interview without having my infrastructure deployed, and I would go, hey, can we cut this interview short? Can I just show you my infrastructure I've deployed? I'll show you what I know how to do. It's right here. It's in the cloud right now. Like, that's what I would do right now. Walk in with an environment. Walk in knowing what's going on. Like, oh, that's what I would do. Oh, and new member, Cam0444. Thank you so much for joining. Toodles. Thanks for the super chat. 29-year-old veteran about to graduate with associates in cybersecurity. Like, that's nothing to gawk at. Like, that's awesome. Oh, you should gawk at it. Never mind. No special certs. Where do I go for learning real-world practical lessons in cybersecurity other than beginners tutorials? I would pick a certification. Like, that's what I would do. Like, it depends on what you want to do. A buddy of mine, the cyber mentor. Actually, I'll plug in real quick and go find him. He's really into pen testing, so he's gotten his CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker, and all that other stuff. So let me find him real quick. I need to actually ask him to come on the channel. He has great content, man. I love that guy. So I'll plug his stuff in the chat. And this guy, he talks about all the security stuff. So he's a pen tester. I would look at getting some pen testing stuff. I mean, white hat hacking is where to go. So I'll get those certs. And honestly, I'm still exploring the hacking world, but I would definitely learn some Linux. Like, Linux is going to be key. So like Linux Plus will be amazing. Yeah, go look at his channel. He's much more of an expert than I am on the cybersecurity hacking level. So he just did a video on the 5 best hacker or cybersecurity type certifications. Check that out. It's awesome. Patrick, another one. Thanks, dude. And the companies I work for, they know it's 2:30 a.m. here. I appreciate. Oh, you're in Prague. That's so cool. And he has flexible working hours. Yeah. That's another thing about IT. And it's unlike traditional career paths where you're stuck 9 to 5 because you have to be there when people are there. IT, man, a lot of jobs you can demand your schedule, demand your whatever you want. You work from home sometimes. Like, it's awesome. And Patrick, thanks for the super chat. It's amazing, dude. Curtis, thanks for the super chat. What cert leads to 6 figures in Dallas area? So I'll tell you this, and it's not an answer anyone wants to hear, right? No certification leads to 6 figures. It all depends on you. Certifications are definitely an X factor, right? Like, it's gonna change your outlook. But what's gonna be different for you is the way you market yourself. That's all it is. Marketing yourself changes the whole game. Once I learned how to do that, I couldn't believe what happened to me. I mean, y'all know my story. I started out as selling toilets, and then I moved to becoming a help desk guy, and then studying and marketing myself. Within 5 years, I was making 6 figures. And for me, that was huge. Some people got in there faster, and go listen to them. But if you're listening to me right now, I'll tell you my story, and I would say it's not so much the certifications, because I'll tell you this, I was making 6 figures without a CCNP. I had my CCNA. I was making 6 figures because I had killer experience. And I could demonstrate what I knew, and I knew how to market that. So that's what will get you. So the quickest path to 6 figures, get into a job, work your butt off, get onto that network admin or system admin position, play with everything you can, get your hands on everything, show yourself, and then when you want to make that bump, don't beg your employer for that bump. Don't wait for that incremental increase every year. That ain't going to happen. Look for the next gig. Make the next jump. That's how you make your money. That's how you do it. You make your money by job hopping. I would do it. I wouldn't like 6 months later jump to the next job. Like, that's not good. But maybe every year and a half, 2 years, jump to the next position. I did that. And every 2 years or so, jumped up 10, 15K. It's possible, totally doing it. So yeah, no certification in particular will change it for you. But it definitely helps. So if you have a lot of jobs, you're like, do you have CCNP? You need to know CCNP. I remember I had one job. They wanted CCNP, routing and switching, I didn't have it at the time because I still don't have it. February 2020, come on! I'll be documenting that. But they asked me CCNP questions, and I remember just being so happy because they were asking me CCNP route questions, and they were asking me about OSPF virtual links. I knew exactly what they're talking about. I spouted it off. Yes, this is what it is. This is where you would need it. You don't have to touch area 0. You're good. And that's what you do. Make those moves. Jump to the next job. Market yourself. I need to make a course, guys. I realize this now. I need to make a course on how to market yourself in IT because that's the game changer for you. Nathan, thank you so much for the super chat. 29 dropped out of a law degree. Been project lead and managed 200 people. I want insecurity best path. Bootcamp, Linux, Python, Security Plus, CCNA, MP. Love your question, dude. So you're a project lead right now, managing 200 people. That's got to be hardcore. I can understand why you may not want to be in that position anymore. That's probably stressful. Security, Linux, Python, you're straight on there, but it's like that's ambiguous. Where do you actually go for that? What's the path? Security Plus, yes. If you're looking to get into a government job, you may not even know if you want a government job, so getting Security Plus won't hurt. Maybe that's the first step because Security Plus gives you a great, I almost spilled my coffee, gives you a great overview and just a little taste into that world while giving you that government need to know kind of stuff, right? Boot camps, man, I don't know of any like security or network administration based boot camps because there's those programming boot camps, and tell you what, if I had the time, I would go to one just to see what it's like. Like they teach you like how to become I'm losing it now. A full stack developer in like 6 weeks. That would be so cool. If you can find one like that, yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool to do. They're expensive, right? But I'm gonna put a video together because I'm looking into security. I'm looking into that, so I'll get back at you on that. I'm going to look into see what are the best options, what's going to put your best foot forward. Maybe I'll contact some security firms and see what they would be looking for, some pen testing firms or people who need hackers to find exploits. I'll ask these people and see what they look for, and I'll get back to you. I'll make a video about that. Patrick, again, dude, thanks so much. He's saying do what you do and do what you love and try to do it better than anyone. You will not have any problems to find a great job. That's totally true. I'll tell you this though, a lot of times for me, I'll be completely honest, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. There are guys who are way smarter than me. Sometimes my designs were not the best. Sometimes I make the biggest mistakes. But I'll tell you what made me the best at what I did, or not the best, what made me succeed was my passion. That's all it is. You have passion for what you want, what you do, it's going to come through. People see that. If you have a hunger for learning, a hunger for helping, if you're the guy staying late, coming in early, if you're willing to do what it takes, you'll go far. And again, it is that old adage, like if you love what you do, you won't work a day in your life or something like that. Like let's be honest. Sometimes loving what you do doesn't always, like you're gonna hate some days, but most of the time it's fun. Like I can't tell you how many days I would look over and like it'd be dark outside, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get home because I was having so much fun doing what I was doing. So passion comes through. It comes through so much. Find that passion. Find it. Thanks, Patrick, for the super chats and all your great information. It's really killer. Let's see. iBeam, thanks for the super chat. He got a job at a casino as a slot technician. That's cool. Hoping to move into IT department. I have my AWS Cloud Practitioner. Is that what that is? Going from my A+ to my solutions architect. That's a great path. So I'm thinking that the casino you're working at or the company you work for, they have an IT department that they're using AWS. If that is true, then yeah, that you're doing exactly what you should do. If you think they're like, I would be so bold as to ask them, hey, if I wanted to move into the IT department, what would I have to have? Ask them that. Like my brother is doing that right now. Actually, he's on the network engineer team and he wants to move into the cloud team, and he basically just asked them straight up, hey, what would it take for me to jump into the cloud team? And they told him, you need your AWS CSAA BCDFG, whatever that certification was. So he went and got it. To be continued on that result. But yeah, I would talk to them. Be bold. Be like, hey, dude, I want to become the next IT guy on your team. I don't care if you don't have the money for it. That's my goal. I'm going to work my butt off to get there, and I'm going to get all the qualifications you are asking for. Cam04444, thanks for the super chat. All right, scrolling through all these comments. I realize I talked too much between chats, yeah. Matt Myers, I was given a scholarship, thanks for the super chat, and working towards a master's degree in IT. I'm worried now that this degree might be a waste of my 20s. Ooh, that's a good question, dude. And that's one that I'll give you my opinion on, maybe some thoughts, but I can't tell you what to do. It's going to be some soul searching you got to do on your own time, between you, God, or whatever you're going to talk to. But what I would say is that's a very good thought you've had. Is it going to be a waste of your 20s? Because those degree programs are no joke, especially if you're working, right? And it's hard to say no because you have a scholarship. Like, I get that. But yeah, like, I'll be honest with you guys right now. If someone said, hey, Chuck, I'll send you to college to get your master's and even PhD for free, I'll pay for it, I would say, no, thank you very much, but no, I don't got time for that. I've got other stuff to do that's way more beneficial for me. So, Matt, I can tell you for me, I wouldn't do it. For you, it might be that you want to become a manager one day, or it might be that your company would say, Matt, if you get your master's degree, we would give you promotion. Like, you just have to feel that out. Soul search, figure out what your path is. Not everyone's path is the same, and I can't tell you exactly what to do, but those are my thoughts on it. You're exactly on the right thought process of, am I wasting my time? So yeah, you're being cognizant. You understand what's happening. So you're in the right place. You're in the right mindset. You're on the right path. If anybody else has any insight to that, like maybe you did the same thing Matt did, let us know in the comments. Let us know if it was a waste, or let us know if it benefited you. Let us know if it like propelled your career, changed your life. Let us know. Because again, I never got my master's or even bachelor's or even associates, so I can't speak a lot on that, but I can tell you what doesn't happen if you don't get it. I'm fine. Henry, thanks for the super chat. 28-year-old Navy helicopter pilot, getting out in 6 to 9 months. Original degree in physics and science computing. Any particular cert path you recommend? Depends on what you want to do. Gosh, there are. I just need to put a website out there that says, if you want to do this, here's the certifications, here's like the degree path. I'll do that. I would ask you what you want to do, but I'll probably get lost in the comments. If you have already the physics, science, computing kind of stuff, get into DevOps stuff, or even like look at Python data science stuff. That's fun. On Codecademy, they have a whole little path to learn Python data science, which is really cool. So I've got Codecademy somewhere in my links. I'll put some more structured links in my description at the end of this video when I have some brain space. But if you want to become like a network engineer, CCNA, CCNP, get all the specializations. If you want to become a network admin or a systems admin, like Microsoft stuff, some on-prem stuff like MCSA, but then cloud is like where it's at. And if you already got some like, if you're nerdy, like science nerdy, you may want to look at AI, machine learning, and doing that stuff in the cloud. That's going to be killer. Oh my gosh. Microsoft is like the reason, like I posted a video about Microsoft putting some Python training on YouTube for free. The reason they're doing that is because they want people to take that Python knowledge, grow with it, and then develop some like machine learning and artificial intelligence stuff in their cloud. They want that. So they're having a hard time finding good people. So they're starting from scratch. Hey, learn Python so you can come to Microsoft. So yeah, big question, dude. And there's so many paths out there, and they're all amazing and wonderful. And start generic and figure out what you fall in love with. Go down that path. Doesn't have to be forever. You can change and pivot. I was a network engineer hardcore. I was so into these phones for so long. Collaboration, dude. I was married to these phones. But I've pivoted to cloud stuff right now, and I'm having a ball. I'm about to pivot to some security stuff. I play with Raspberry Pis. It's endless fun. I hope at some point my rambling answered your question. Julio2Legend S, thank you for the super chat. I encourage him to get a CCNA, dude. That's so cool. If I can do that, man, it's so not me. It's God and it's community. It's all this. Thank you so much. He was able to land a junior network admin job after many great interviews, starting his new job in 2 days. Dude, that's so cool. Congrats, Julio. That's amazing. And that's proof of concept right there. I love hearing those stories because I know, like, for some people, and my heart goes out to you, it's hard. Break. Hold on. While I'm drinking, hit that subscribe button and go click on my links. It helps my channel out. Okay. I know, like, I mean, people get their CCNA and they have a hard time finding a job. Like, it's hard. A lot of factors are in play, right? It's like, how much experience do you have? What area do you live in? It's hard. I get that. But to hear these success stories is so cool. Oh my gosh. Because I had it. My brother had it. It's possible. And I can't say the formula will work every time, but I know it works. And you might have to add a few more things to it, but it works. It really does. Cheat life. Hack your life, man. Anyways, thanks for the super chat. Nathan, thanks again for the super chat. Thinking pen testing, bug bounty. Yeah, no, that would be cool. Like, the security, like, I haven't even gotten to capture the flag stuff. That stuff is like the security realm, blue team, red team. That stuff is so fun. It's so cool. Like, I could go on, but I'm not an expert on it, and I'm hoping to get more into that. But yeah, pen testing is so big, especially with all these security breaches. Like, I can't tell you, like, I've been at so many companies where we've paid so many pen testers to come in and test our stuff because we're like, we made it secure, but we're not really sure. So someone come hack us, please. That stuff's fun. And then hacking systems, finding exploits, go down that path. You'll make, you might find you love it. And if that's true, then that's enough. That's all you need to know. But it pays a ton of money too. Like, it just does. Hope I answered your question. Max, thanks for the super chat. Is it required to have IT fundamentals certification before going for your A+? No. I started from nothing going to A+. Back in my day, back when I was, oh boy, I remember, like, I can remember like it was yesterday, because I remember the feelings of desperation of wanting to get out of my dead-end job. I studied while I was in a call center that I got fired from. I was a call center answering support calls for storage facilities. Like, that was so stupid, such a dumb job. But between calls, I had my book open, I was studying for A+, and yeah, you can start from scratch. No worries. If there are things you come into that you don't understand, go to YouTube. I mean, we live in a day and age where, that's why, again, I think that's what I was going to touch on earlier, is why it might come off that I'm so anti-college, because I'm so passionate about the availability of information now. You can learn anything you want right now without paying anyone a dime. If you want more structured learning, you might have to shell out $10 or so every once in a while. Maybe you want to sign up for CBT Nuggets or Pluralsight or all these other places because you love them and they provide so much value. But man, information. YouTube alone is like the best thing ever. I learned so many things on YouTube every single day. So no, you don't need IT fundamentals. Long answer to short question. Go straight to A+. You'll be golden. The course I mentioned under the CompTIA IT fundamentals, Mike Myers, dude's awesome. Moy, M-O-I, thanks for the super chat. He's in his last semester getting his BS in CIS, computer information systems, I believe. The most practical stuff I learned is at my internship and CBT Nuggets studying for CCNA Security Plus. Yeah. Congrats on almost finishing your bachelor's. That's going to benefit you, no doubt. Like, it's going to help, definitely. And the cool thing about a degree is that it never leaves you like a certification. That's the other benefit, right? Like, I have to keep getting certifications, but the benefit of that is I keep learning, never stop learning. You know what was funny? When I was studying at WGU, when I was in the degree program, paying $3,200 every 6 months, you know what I learned? Like, one of the courses was for getting my Security Plus. You know what the training material was? It was Keith Barker's CBT Nuggets course, Security Plus. They made a partnership with CBT Nuggets, and that was part of the curriculum. even these like huge universities who are offering these degree programs are using the resources that we can buy easily to train you. Speaks for itself. But anyways, yeah, the internship and the studying for CBT Nuggets, CCNA, Security Plus, it's so cool. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Cam004, another super chat, dude. Thank you so much. 40 years old, working for a service provider, 8 years network, killer job, killer job. I love. Oh man, on verge of layoff. Ooh, don't have college degree. What should I do to be in the job? Uh, oh man. Well, I'm assuming though, like if you've been at a service provider and you have 8 years of experience, I I, I can't imagine your skills can't transfer to somewhere else like crazy easy. Um, Now I understand things are changing, right? Like a lot of service providers are becoming more automatic, right? More automation. So what I would do is brush off those studying skills and start learning some Python, get those next gen certifications. That's what I would do, man. And yeah, having 8 years experience on a network, college degree almost doesn't mean anything, right? Like holy crap. You always see on the job. Oh my gosh, I almost smoked coffee. You always see on a job description 4-year degree and it's always a big or 4 years experience. You got eight. So layoffs suck. Layoffs always suck. That's why you should never, despite what you think, be loyal to one company, no matter how they make you feel. They might say, oh, our company's a family. We won best company to work for 2019, small business. Like all that stuff is cool, right? But like when it comes down to simple numbers, if the budget doesn't make time for you, room for you, or if the profits are down that next month, you're gone. I've been in situations where it wasn't me, but it was my buddy next to me, and it scared the crap out of me. So, yeah. So Cam, what's happening to you? I feel you, and I've been around so many people that have been in that situation. Ramp up those skills. That's my best advice for you, and start applying for jobs now. But I think, yeah, with your experience, I don't think you'll have a problem. Honestly, I don't think I have a problem. Relocating might be a thing if you're down for moving. But other than that, I think you're golden, dude. Nathan, another super chat. Thanks, dude. But what certs do I need? Job security. I forgot your other questions. I know we're like having a super chat conversation. Let me see if I can find them. Pen testing. So go look at the Cyber Mentor. He did a video on the 5 security certification, cyber hacking, whatever. CEH is a good one. Holds a ton of value. I think he mentioned one though that it was his favorite. It was so hands-on, but I forget what it was. But go watch that video. He did it way better than I would tell you right now. So go watch his video. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'll probably have to end soon, but I'll go through the comments here. My wife's gonna kill me for taking so long, but you know what, guys? You know I love this, guys. I love talking with you guys. I love talking about this subject because you know I'm passionate about it. And that's why it was my dream to join CBT Nuggets. It was my dream to do what I'm doing now because this is the path I took, and it opened up so many doors for me. And my only goal is to help you guys go down those same paths. If you're in high school, man, don't feel like you have to go to college. Don't feel like you're tied down to that. I don't care what your guidance counselor says. They don't know. Like they don't know. Everyone that's teaching you in high school, they went to college, and they're going to tell you to do exactly what they did. Cheat the system, man. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, we're not all going to be Mark Zuckerberg, right? But the dude dropped out of Harvard because he realized he didn't need it. Henry Smith, thanks for the super chat. Specifically, how can a security clearance help? Getting a security clearance is a difficult process because it costs money, and you have to have like a job sponsor you. So like, I've heard that to get one, you have to either be like in the army or already work for a company that wants you to have one. So like for me, the best path for me to go get one is I would have to find a job for like a security contractor or the government, and they would have to be okay with sponsoring me to get that security clearance. And then I'd be like, vetted like by, I don't know, the FBI, and they would like call my the cousin I haven't talked to in 50 years and ask them, what I got for my second birthday. Like they're going to ask all these crazy questions to make sure you're safe. But the fact that process needs to happen makes it valuable. So that's why on jobs, we're like, okay, we need you to have your CCNA, also this level security clearance. If you have that, like that's killer because that's hard to get. Like not everyone can just get that. Anybody can pick up a CCNA if they study hard enough. I can't get a security clearance. I can't get that. And the fact that that's rare makes it valuable. Sergio, thanks so much for the super chat. Moving to a new city soon and studying for the A plus to get a fresh and new start. What advice do you have for someone who with a passion for IT but no real work experience? So that I'm so excited for you because you're on such a cool path, jumping into a new city, fresh, starting from nothing, right? Like that's a cool, like that's so American, right? I don't know if you're in America though, but that's like frontier mentality. Going down the A plus path, smart. But my only advice for you, like the best advice I can give you, is don't wait. Don't wait for any certification. Start applying for jobs now. The type of jobs I would look for are service desk positions, help desk positions. That's what I would do. If you can't get those, apply for like computer repair shops, mom, pa, computer repair shops. That's what my brother did. Like I wasn't sure how successful that would be. He got a job at a little computer repair shop in our hometown. That experience got him his next help desk job, which launched him to network admin. So it's all about those baby steps. That's what I would do. So yeah, A plus will help you. So I would put on my resume, like, so when you get to that new city, or even like now, like after we're done with this live stream, right now, figure out your A plus study plan, pump up that resume, like get your resume tight, and at the very top say, aspiring IT person, whatever, like, change the verbiage and say you're studying for your A plus. That way your A plus is on that resume. It'll show up in HR search engines and just demonstrate your passion. The next thing I would do, after you've done all this, after you've started studying, after you've polished up your resume, after you've already started applying to every job in the world, always like devote like 2 hours a day to applying for things. Do it. Like that's how you find a job. After you do all that, try to make your study experience as real world as possible, and try to make projects out of it that you can demonstrate to the world. Dude, make a YouTube channel, make a blog, document your process. That will make you so different, so unique, so rare. And I think it'll work. That's my best advice I can give you. If I were in your position, that's exactly what I would do. If I could do it all over again, that's what I would do. Hope that helps. Another super chat from Cam. Should I be doing Python programming for Cisco networking engineers, or new Cisco certification, or start programming? Good question. Great question. I think you should do, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm definitely learning Python generically, just learning Python for Python's sake. So like I'm doing Codecademy and just learning how to manage stuff in Python. I'm learning what loops and functions, like all the basic stuff, right? Learning how to manage data, data science stuff. And then I'm also learning how to apply that to Cisco networking, which really that's a large part of what it is. You're working with APIs. You're learning how to, grab information from a router, format it, with JSON, put it into pretty stuff so you can manage it, and then telling the router to do something. Learn Python generically. Also learn it from the network perspective too. And the new Cisco certification will include Python programming. So it's kind of like the answer is yes to all your questions. And it's like I'm excited because I'm working on the new CCNA with Jeremy Chara, almost to Jeremy Barker, Jeremy Chara and Keith Barker, and I'm doing the new stuff, the automation. Oh man, oh yes, and then I'll also be teaching on the CCNP Enterprise, the new stuff and the automation stuff. So it's very much a part of Cisco now. DevNet. There's never been a better time to be alive and be a network engineer or someone learning anything, because you can learn anything you want. The resources at Cisco DevNet, you can just log into any router and follow a step-by-step instruction to play with an API. Dude, just get in there and start playing. That's what I would do. Jeremy Morris, thanks for the super chat, dude. He says he's a network technician with ATT. He wants to get into IT more as a networking admin, landed a job as an enterprise technician support call center to get my foot in the door. That's a great plan. And if you have a specific question, I can speak to that. But if you want to get on the path to like getting to that, that's excellent. Yeah, if you have a specific question, let me know. I'll look for it. Oh, there it is. He lacks hands-on with networking equipment. I'm finishing up CCNA studying to get my cert using David Bomball's training. He's awesome. I really want to move toward the networking side. Let's see if it continues or if that's it. I think that's it. I can't. You're doing the right things right now. Like you're at a job where, I think you're probably the next level up would be more hands-on, and you just gotta let people know. Like that would be my path, is be as vocal as you can about what you're doing. Tell everyone around you. Tell every superior you can, hey, I want to become a network guy. And then work on learning as fast as you can, as much as you can, and try to demonstrate as much as you can what you're learning. You got to change the game now. Cheat the system. Cheat the dang system. Don't just rely on putting a CCNA on your resume. Put a GitHub link on your resume. Get a GitHub. Put all your projects up there. Put projects and Packet Tracer up there. Make YouTube videos about what you want to do. Break the cycle. Break the mold. Be different. All those generic like motivational poster things. I feel like I should get in that business. Hope that helped. You're doing the right things. Like you're on a great path. Just if you want to just nudge yourself further and further in the right direction, there's little things you can do to just to add to that. Alvaro, thanks for the super chat. 11 plus years of experience on the service provider side. Degree was not as useful as experience on the job training. Reading and screwing things up. Now I plan a CCNP service provider by February. Good luck to you. That's a fun cert. I know it's a fun cert. I've looked into it and kind of went through the guides and stuff. But I love that testimony to the no college degree. You learn so much from being on the job, playing with stuff. Because like, I know I'm gonna keep dogging on college, but like, isn't most college like classes just you come into it and you pick one book that you're going to read out of for the whole year, and that's the curriculum? Like, get on a job and start playing with stuff. Nothing teaches you more than failing. Nothing teaches you more than working with it every day. Man, that's best path ever. Well, guys, I'm going to end this because I'm kind of fading, and I need to go eat food. And my wife is like, I can just feel her staring through the door. Oh, man, I can't ignore you guys. Super chat. Thanks to that one orange guy. CCNA, CCNP, CCNA Security, AWS, and Network Engineer in 2 years, thanks to Chuck's motivation. Oh, dude, that's so cool. I'm so envious of you. That's amazing. Like, that's crazy. I gotta read those again. CCNA, CCNP, CCNA Security, AWS, and becoming a network engineer, 2 years. The process is totally possible, and that's amazing. Congrats, dude, and I love that. So, guys, I'm not lying to you. This isn't like snake oil stuff. Like, this is real. This is real. It's hard. It'll take work. But there's never, ever been a better time to do it. The resources there's so many out there. So many. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here before I get distracted and want to look at all your stuff. Thanks again for staying tuned, keeping with me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and I'll probably come at you with a video later this week, maybe a couple. And I'll have some fun stuff planned for October. We got like half the month left. Gonna be fun. And I'm fading. Enjoy your evening, guys. Get some rest and keep studying. Join my Discord server and let me know if you're in there. I'll come by and say hi. We'll love to just communicate with you guys. And that's about it. Catch you guys later.